Welcome back YouTube, Alexa here, and today we are going to be talking about a very underrated movie, and that is Upgrade. This movie is a action, horror, science fiction and thriller. So in this discussion here, there's going to be a lot of spoilers. Now I won't be spoiling everything in the video, so you shouldn't have much to worry about. So with that out of the way, let's jump straight into this video. Okay, so first I'll start off by saying how brilliant the plot is in this movie and how it would make you wonder, like, at the end what it should do. The ending was so great in this movie that it's a really underrated movie. So in this scene here, we just have the main protagonist, Gray, and his wife Asher. And in this scene here, the scientist is speaking to them about this new technology and advanced AI, and his wife seems to be really interested in it, while Gray in the background is clearly not interested as much as her. After the scene, they kick off on a love scene, and we can see that they have put their total faith in this AI to pilot the vehicle while they do their funny business in the back of the car. I don't know why. And this scene leads up to a crash. And from this scene here, our main storyline kicks off as we see our main protagonist and his wife Asher now as what seems to be a robbery, being attacked by some guys here, and his wife dies in front of his eyes while he's paralyzed and he can't move because they shot him in his neck with some special weapon, and now he's paralyzed. Now this scene is very sad, and as you can tell for Gray, this is very painful for him to watch because they shot him in the neck in a way that he literally can't help his wife or do anything, at least even put pressure on the wound to make her survive until an ambulance comes or anything. Now what pisses me the most off about this scene is that the police robot literally just watches and does nothing. And I mean, even the minute the crash happens, a police officer was supposed to be on the way, like even all now. And I know it's a lot faster in movies, so I don't understand what goes on here. Anyway, let's fast forward from this scene. So as you can see, some time has passed, and now Gray is stuck in this life living as a disabled person to the extreme. Like, he can only move his neck, and now he is forced to have his mother to take care of him all over again. And as you can see throughout the scenes that come in here, this really gets hard on Gray. Like, no matter how dead or how hard he tries to keep his face and not study or think about anything, it just hits him really hard. All the pain, all the sorrow, everything he had about his wife and the past, it just hits him. And this is a very depressing scene with Gray right here. Now I don't want to get too much into the plot because while I did say it will have spoilers in this video, I would really like people to go and watch this movie because, as I said many times, it is extremely underrated. So I'm not going to be talking about every single thing in the movie, but to keep you on track, I will mention the basics. Now for these next scenes here, I will be explaining some different things, as in like with the fight scenes and the suspense and everything that's in the movie, because while this movie did have a lot of good fight scenes and, as I said, the storyline and everything was good, the tension and the build-up for everything was really good. Like, it was almost like you didn't see certain scenes coming. Like, you almost couldn't predict what was going to happen, and at each moment you always was cheering for the protagonist to win. So I will explain the type of characters as I go along with it, but first let's talk about the fight scenes and the other stuff about this movie. So now that our protagonist has this AI robot chip at the back of his neck, it's telling him how to go and avenge, his wife's death and him being crippled and all that. And it literally, if he wants to, he can tell the robot to help him with anything, and it literally does that, but like in an extreme brutal way. So I will share that right now in this scene here.
Hide behind the shelf. Wait. Wait. Now, while you have the advantage.
Now, one thing I did forget to mention is the humor in between these scenes. I wanted to leave that for later, but I have to include it, and you would see more in this video what I mean by humor even in serious scenes.
I need your permission to operate independently.
Permission granted!
Thank you.
Oh, God, dear! Oh, look, man, stay down, please. Please don't get up. Please don't get up. Please. Stay down, man. Stop him!
So now you understand exactly what I mean by everything in this is brutal. So I'm showing you another fight scene here. I'm not going to show all the fight scenes from the movie. So because I want you to watch it yourself. So I wouldn't sell out the entire movie here, but I would show you this next fight scene here that was really good and it was also very funny. And you would see that Stem was also messing with Gray a little bit.
I was. Stem, you can take over.
Hi!
Let me show you how it's done. Oh, I didn't forget about you.
Do not get overconfident, Gray.
What's your name? See that?
You thought I was an invalid, but you didn't know that I'm a fucking ninja.
While I am state-of-the-art, Gray, I am not a ninja.
Stem, what do I do?
Use the knife.
I can't do it.
I can do it for you. You don't even have to look.
Okay, do it. I have my permission. Who are you talking to? You're crazy. No. Totally. Listen to me.
Now let's talk about characters as well as the actors here. So this guy Gray, the guy who plays him really good, and he literally moves as if he's being controlled by something. I think this is really good, and it's also similar to what Tom Hardy did for Venom. Gray's character is understandable a little bit in terms of what happened to him, but I would say he went a little overboard for the rest of the movie for the some of the things that he has done. This lady here in that scene, that is Agent Cortez, and she works for the police department, and all the killings and all the stuff that Gray was doing, she was basically investigating to hold him for, well, of course, murdering everyone. However, I would say this character was very annoying because she didn't even try to help him before or after all that stuff happened with his wife and everything. Only after he started to avenge his wife's death, as well as himself being paralyzed, was the only time she even cared about it. And I felt like she went an extra mile, and it was unnecessary. I don't want to spoil too much on what happened in the end, but so far these two characters, I like Gray and I don't like the agent too much. And now we come down to the guy who probably started everything, and that is Aaron here, the guy who was talking about the AI, the guy who introduced it to him, the guy who installs them into Gray. This guy right here is probably the reason for 90% of the problem in this movie, because he was the one who influenced Gray to take this chip. And I was almost about to sell out the plot, but I will just say a little more on that. And I don't really like this guy's character too much, because as I said, everything could have been avoided if it wasn't for him. Now, based off some of the clips that I showed you about this movie, you can already tell that Stem has a very unpredictable personality. And while he is also a character, I can't exactly tell you what I think about him too much because it will almost sell out the movie. And for this scene that I'm showing here, you can see that Stem is like totally taking control of Gray's body, and he literally is on a rampage. He has no feelings towards humans or anything. He will literally kill anybody in sight, and Gray can't do anything in this scene because Stem is fully in control here, and Gray is losing his mind, and that makes it a whole lot easier for Stem to take control here. And I can't sell out too much of the movie here, but this is all that I'm saying for now with this. Now, if you made it to this far in the video, I just want to say thank you for staying this far into the video. But my overall review for this movie, as I said many times, it's good. It's really good. The fight scenes, the music, everything about it, even the acting, all the stuff in this movie is good, and I encourage you to go and watch it. And as much as I wanted to see and tell you every plot that happened in this movie, I didn't want to do it because I like it so much that I really just wanted you to get an overall view of the movie and decide for yourself if you should watch this. Now, this movie is kind of similar to Venom when you watch it with the two personalities and one taking over sometimes, except I don't think Venom has it that bad. One thing I'd like to mention before I end this video here is that this movie was really low budget, and it did great. Well, it did great in terms of the cinematic and the acting and everything in the movie. Also, this movie has an extremely big plot twist that you should stick to the end for. So that's all I have to say to this video. If you like this video, like, subscribe, and comment. Peace.